Andre,
Ryan.
are you with me on my stance on like lying about like horrific things as an excuse to get out of stuff?
Yeah, it'll come back to bite you. You don't
That's
want
what I was
to
saying.
do
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
like I was telling Dre before the show, like when I was in high school, I faked sick all the time, but I always made sure if the karma gods strike me down and what I claim to be happening actually happens to me, like, am I willing to make that sacrifice? Like,
Mm,
if I need to get out of this test, so I'm going to say I have a migraine. Like, is it worth it if, like, if I get a migraine, I deserved it. I earned that migraine.
it's a great point.
So
It's a
that's my
great point.
advice to all the kids out there. If you're going to lie about something, make it be a lie that you're willing to allow that thing to happen.
Yep.
As soon as you start lying about like, oh, my dog is sick, like, don't bring your dog into this. Like, they
Family
didn't
health.
choose that karma.
Exactly. Family health, off limits. Off limits. You would never want that to then occur. And then eventually, we all got to go sooner or later. So when grandma does have to go, or when your dog does have to go, or your dog is sick, you've already used that card.
The worst one
So
that I did get struck down by the karma gods. I
oh
had a
no.
delivery job, delivering Chinese, second best job in my life, but not behind this one. Um,
Number one. DNVR
number
Bets
one,
co-host. Yeah.
number one, small drop off, Chinese delivery. Um,
That's right
but
there.
I didn't want to go one day, which like so lame to like leave my manager, or like the not my manager, the owner of the restaurant out to dry
Right.
like this. But I was just like, hey, I can't come. My car broke down. Like, that's an automatic out. Like
Yeah. What
I
can you
can't
do?
deliver without my car.
So
Dude,
true.
like 2 days later, my car actually broke down, and I was just like, that's fine. I earned that. That's fine. Get it fixed.
Yeah.
I deserve this.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So that was actually a good lesson for me. I was like, okay, don't never go any further than that.
It's kind of like giving out a big 6 and then going 1-5, like a real jabroni.
Oh,
So,
no. I went 1-1-1. Um,
oh wow,
yeah,
we haven't done that in a minute. I love the old 1-1-1.
the old
That's
triple one.
great.
So
Yeah.
I had, gosh, what was it? Nerfy, that hit. I had
Nice.
Alex Wood over 4.5 strikeouts. He goes for 4.
Boom.
Loser.
Nice.
And then I had hottest hitter in baseball, Brendan Rodgers, to get a hit. He was so hot, dude. They couldn't even play him. Crazy.
Wow.
They didn't want to play him.
That's a push right there. That's an old-fashioned push.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's 1-1-1 and 1-5. That's real like March 2021 vibes to the show right there,
Yeah, it's almost like Avs to finish the season type of numbers. Actually, the Avs really did finish. No, because it would have been. We went 2-6-1. Ooh, that's rough. The Avs finished 1-5-1, or 2-5-1 if you go back one game further. So
Right. Right.
So
And
you know what that means?
the bounce back.
We're about to sweep, baby.
We are about to sweep. The Rockies might be getting swept. They're down 5-0 right now. They're playing right now. And show history, we got our gal Maris behind the 1s and 2s. Is that what the people who were kids in the 40s called it? And it's a remote show. She's produced before, but never remotely. So show history. Congratulations, fellow viewer.
It's good to know that she even remotely has a clue what she's doing back there.
It's true. It's true. She does.
I love that I can see Marissa's reactions, but no one else can. Like, that's fun
stuff.
for me.
Stuff.
Okay. What else? Update on eyes versus legs. No update.
No updates.
No update.
We didn't place Henry's SGP. Technical difficulties.
Oh, we didn't place it, but we had the Rodgers hit in there, so that would have been canceled out.
That would have got pushed.
I think we might have won, honestly. What else did he have in there?
We bought up an under from like 9, so I think that hits.
No, it was 9.5. What was I think the final score was like 7-3.
And then Senza to at least record 2 strikeouts. I think that was a thing. So let's see right here. Yeah, 9-2. Yep.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
it's out. It's
That'll
out.
get
That's what we get for
it's out.
asking Henry to make a Rockies SGP.
Yeah,
Everyone
on a
knows that baseball SGPs don't hit.
windy day in the sandbox. Come on, we never had a chance.
No, not in the city that never sleeps in the fog by the bay.
That's not what it's called.
That's 100% what it's called.
Fair enough. A tale of two cities, some have said.
Yes, of course. Okay. Anything else that I wanted to bring up?
I don't think so.
Okay, I guess we can talk about betting. So,
yeah,
I was inspired last night by the
wow.
St. Louis Blues. I feel like they unlocked a wave of road upsets that are coming. I don't know why. It's just a thing that I felt as they were like silencing a crowd of loser Minnesotans. I was just like, oh man, this is great. This is about to happen a lot. Don't know why I felt that way, but it inspired my my big three here. So let's jump into my big three, and let's go for some road upsies. Okay. Washington Capitals, which is their name on Spanish Heritage Night, plus 1.5, plus 100. They are taking on the. Who are they taking on?
El Perros Florida Panthers.
Yeah. The Panthers. I'm just watching Marissa dying in the background, and it's killing me. So I actually like the money line here, but I figured I'm being over aggressive. Let me just take the plus 1.5. They're taking on the Panthers. Milwaukee plus 5.5 is at minus 115. Again, I kind of like the money line here, but no need to risk it. Then we've got Golden State Warriors minus 170. They're at the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies don't have Ja
Morant. Yeah.
So Ja done is what I have to say.
Ja is done.
And then there was actually one more I had that didn't make it onto the graphic. This was a big four.
Bonus big four.
And this one's a true money line. Pay pennies. Pittsburgh Penguins get the job done. Can't you just hear a silent Madison Square Garden right now? Just the fans, they're sad. They're making their way to the exits early. The Igor chants can only be heard in fables. And Sidney Crosby's just like saucing up backhands over the right shoulder. That's what I'm
and giving him the Trey Young. That'd be amazing. The old Trey Young. That'd be incredible.
Dude, why can't we get a hockey player to do the too small? Like the game winner last night in which game? The Kings Oilers game. He went power move, right? Like I love a good power move in hockey. Goes right across your face and into the back of the net. Can you imagine if he skated down the ice doing the too small? Maybe right as he goes by McDavid, who just let him skate right by.
That would have been amazing with the overtime game winner too, right?
Yes.
Did you see that footage of the guys in like the third row just taking off up the stairs to get to the lot before everyone else?
No.
Right as that goal scored, like the horn goes off and these dudes are just like storming up the stairs, bro.
That's actually a huge pet peeve of mine.
Stay. You gotta stay.
Well, I don't like. It's the end of the game. Like, it's kind of how I feel about like being on a plane. Like, and everyone stands up to leave at the same time, and I'm like, guys, what's the rush here? We're all gonna have to wait. Just stay in your seat, and we'll get out. And like, it's like what you need to do is when you're you have to factor in all of it. so don't think you can like beat the system. Just like you're like, oh, we're going to the game. We got to factor in 30 minutes to drive there, 10 minutes to park, 10 minutes to walk to our seats. Then after the game, we have to factor in 10 minutes to walk back and 30 minutes in traffic before we have our 30-minute drive home.
Yours is the right mentality, but boy, do I hate being stuck in lines with people, you know. I just don't think we move efficiently enough. And those good folks who are doing that, they at least are keeping things moving and more efficient for everyone. They're making the ultimate sacrifice. There's a lot of people creating roadblocks, and I don't appreciate those people at all.
As you know, I like to just do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. So my new thing is I try to stay at the stadium as long as possible. Because I'm probably going to be taking an Uber home. I'm not going to go stand outside and wait in the Uber line.
No.
When I'm at Ball Arena, most times, pop down to the little Breckenridge Brewery that is in the arena. Now, don't try to walk out and go in. Once you're out, you're out. You got to stay in the arena, go into the Breckenridge Brewery. Then I just have another beer, wait there. Everyone clears out. Then I get an Uber, no problem. Pulls right up next to it. You don't have to like go walk to some spot. That's the move.
I'm a big fan of a walkaroo ski, 4 or 5 blocks, clear our heads, some good convo, you know, and then see where we end up, see how we're feeling. Do we want to walk some more? Do we want to Uber? Should I Grand Theft Auto this car that passes me by? You know, whatever.
Yes. Yeah, that's the other strategy is you got to get away from the crowd. And that is something you can only do when you have a downtown stadium. Shout out downtown stadiums. Anti-shout out that anyone that tries to fight for the goodwill of non-downtown stadiums, where literally you have no choice. You're stuck inside this giant field where all that's there is this stupid stadium, and you are stuck there until your turn is up for the Ubers. There's no ways around it.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, the worst ever situation of being stuck in an area like getting out of stadium or out of plane is, as anyone who is listening or watching to this podcast, of course, anytime the Flowbots play at the Sporting Good Arena on a July 4th. That is when the stars align. I was in a car with Kate. I thought we would never get out. I really thought like, okay, well, good thing we got to hear the Flowbots from the lot, because this is how it ends. This is how my life is going to end, stuck in a car that is not moving in Dick's Sporting Good parking lot. Thank you, Flowbots.
Are they the ones who do the No Handlebar song?
Yes. Yeah. Come on, No Handlebar. Everyone knows that. A Colorado anthem.
No, please don't put that on us. Do you do the thing when you're stuck in a situation like that where you start thinking of all the places you could have gone in this amount of time?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no. I've been in like an awful traffic situation. Like one time, Allie and I were trying to get to a Broncos-Eagles game in Philadelphia, and we were stuck in this one spot in the traffic line for like an hour and 20 minutes. And I was just thinking in my head, like, we could have almost been to Vail by now if we just left Denver. Like, how crazy. We've just been in this one spot. We haven't even traveled a mile. That's where my mind goes when in those situations. All right, not sure how we got here, but it's time for your big three.
Big three time. Ovechkin. Okay, the theme of my big three, Ryan, because we're kind of like big theme guys these days. Yes. You've got the road upset. And actually, I liked all your picks. I agree with all of them. They're all in the bet slip. But I'm a big road dog, key game 5, best player on the court or ice is playing for the dog. Expect said star playing for the Dogs to bring out his A game, aka Alex Ovechkin, over 3.5 shots on goal. You can get over 5 at plus 188 from the good folks at DraftKings Sportsbook. You know, I'll be sprinkling. He went over first 2 games of the series, last 2 just under. I really think this is a heavy minutes, just putting it all on the line, trying to steal game 5 to set it up for game 6 to close it all out in the nation's capital. So give me the over at minus 140. Then give me the Warriors spread. Come on, man. Like they almost lost the last one. Minus 4 is atrocious. No Ja, like the only game that the the Grizz won in this series was with Ja going off for 42. It's not happening, kids. Okay,
No.
the Warriors, they're exactly the Warriors suck because they're the kind of team that's going to play their best game in closing you out 3-1. You know, that's when they're at their best, closing you out 3-1, like some real front runners. And then everything I said about Ovechkin, Giannis Antetokounmpo, no Chris Middleton, right? They're in Boston. They are dogs. They're not in Boston. I forget who the home team is in this one.
No, they are. I think it is at Boston.
They're in Boston. No, it's again a crucial game 5, road dogs, plus 185 on the Bucks. And I mean, the last 2 games, Giannis has really turned it up, 40 over 30. So yeah, boom. This will hit easy breezy, and I shall redeem myself.
Superstar, big game, on the road, game 5. A lot of people are calling this the anti-Embiid. That's what people are saying around the country.
Yeah. Yep.
There was all that Sixers fan fiction out there about how he was going to be so angry that he didn't get MVP that he was going to go off, and then obviously he's dealing with a lot, but boy, they couldn't have been more wrong about that.
Yeah, he's not who you think he is, Sixers fans. And anyone who watches this show, say what you will, but when we feel Jokic is going in one direction, he usually doesn't let us down. Also, how great for him to have that game the same day the sad face filter dropped. I'm sure someone's put that on Embiid.
That did not just drop, but it is going big right now.
It's going big right now, yeah.
Also, I just have to say this somewhere. I have to get this off my chest. His comments after the game about how he was talking so much about what people would say about him. He's like, if I play, or if I don't play, then I get called soft, and if I do play, then they say I'm not good enough because I'm hurt. And I was like, who is they, and why are you thinking about them?
I know. Jojo, best advice Ryan and I can give you, and I get the feeling Marissa's like this too. Don't pay attention to what people say about you around the internet. It's not going to do you any good, buddy.
Definitely don't. No. Unless you work for DNVR, most people say nice things about you.
Most people say nice things, yes.
Which I appreciate all you people for that. Austin Novak, new strategy just dropped. We'll talk about that in just a second. But first, a shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook, where you can bet 5 to win 150 on any NBA money line tonight. Just pick one. It doesn't freaking matter who it is. Although I would say pick one of these road dogs. Go Bucks. Bucks money line.
Bucks. Safe Men's go Warriors. Either way.
If you lose your bet, you're still going to get $150 in free bets from our friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook. While you're over there, if you're a new user, make sure you use the code DNVR when you sign up. Of course, you must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Bonus comprised of first spots bonus, first bet match, each for $500. Pause bonus comprised of 25x playthrough. Restrictions to apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-22-4700. Okay. Austin Novak says, new strategy. Put a unit on Rockies run line every home game and a unit on opposing team every road game. It would be 17-14 this year, but 12-3 in the last 15.
Wow. Just on the old run line, huh?
I worry about the run line on a large scale because it's designed for this exact reason. The run line exists because there's a lot of one-run games, and I feel like you're taking yourself out. I wonder what the profitability though would be like just betting the money line.
What really the insights we need is from Mystery Man Dan, who of course pursued this for at least the first half of the Rockies season last year. If you guys remember, we were also upset about the Rockies. We just thought they'd lose every game. So Mystery Man Dan went really hard on fading the Rocks. Worked out early, but there was always the dilemma with Mystery Man Dan of, do I double down when the odds aren't good and fade them by taking the run line? And the run line wasn't so kind to Mystery Man Dan. So that's definitely a major factor in this, Austin.
Yeah, it worries me. I would probably
Yeah.
just do money lines every time. Now, the problem is like on a game like today, I think the Rockies were like -2 or the Giants were like -2 something. So that's not going to help.
I know. It's how do you bridge the gap on the yak? That's the real question. How do
Tough.
you take all the juice you want, but get your insulin in too? I just
It's
don't.
not
Just don't know.
it's not every day you come across a strategy as great as bet every underdog in March Madness. You know, like those just don't come rolling around. They don't just those things don't grow on trees.
No, they don't. They don't. Because anytime you have one of those strategies where it's like any old idiot or robot just has to like boom,
You know,
boom, boom, fill in the numbers and do it. Woof. That's big time. That's big
and,
time.
and no one hates that more than Vegas. I'm very curious to
Yeah,
see. Obviously, we've gone national.
I
We
know.
we made a big stink about how we what did we end up with 20 units off of betting
Yeah,
every underdog. I wonder if
yeah,
we're
we
just
are.
not going to get as good of juice next year.
But especially with the big events, it's such a faves market. The big money's just Fave City, and that's where we rake it in.
It's true, and there's always going to be a St. Pete.
Always, always. There's always going to be one. And I mean, we've covered our margins to do this at least for the next 15 years. So we're going to have a lot of data on you, Vegas. We're going to have a lot of data on you, buddy. So,
So Austin says he's going to start the strategy this weekend and see what happens. He says, "Would you suggest a 2-week test or longer?" I personally think you need 10 games on each side, so that would be about a month. Um,
yes. And Austin, what's our strategy for the first game of a roadie and the first day of a homie? Because that was another strategy last year, right? Was like first time they get back from the road, we're gonna fade them. First time they go from home on the road, we're gonna fade them because they gotta get the eyes gotta adjust to the old breaker. So you might want to include that in the strategy too. Go oppo first game of a roadie, first game of a homie.
oh man, this is a lot of thinking.
It's a lot of thinking, but we are here for you, Austin.
It might have to be like a Rockies manifesto.
Yeah, yeah, it's working out to be a bit of a manifesto, but we do need some data here. We do need some data.
Yeah, I would say you got to go at least 20 games with whatever strategy you
Yeah.
employ. That's what 1/8 of the season too, so that should be a solid sample. See that
Yeah,
quick?
for
See
sure.
that quick math? Were you
That
impressed by
was
that?
really quick math. I don't think on my feet like that. Yeah.
Okay. You never know the answer to this question. Do we have a dilemma of the day today?
David Dewey is there she is. Quick trigger Marissa over there. Look at that, Ryan. We haven't
Quick
built
trick,
one.
Maris.
I almost can't say that, so I won't. How to build the perfect playoff parlay of the day.
PPOTD.
Have we done one this week yet? Did you do one with Henry
Uh,
on Monday?
no, and if we're gonna go who's on line one, you got to do it because last time I was having a hard time like holding the phone into my microphone.
Mm.
So
And then he
I don't know.
can't hear us.
I got to
I
be
don't know.
honest.
I don't know.
I don't want to be what I like to call anchor bias. It's
Oh,
where you're biased towards your original feeling towards something. Um,
yeah.
and I don't want to be anchored into my own big three here, but you can parlay my big three, which is actually 4 games, um, at plus 1070, and that's with going non-aggressive.
Oh.
You could go aggressive because that's just a little baby blue. Um, if you went with the money lines on these, you probably get that somewhere into Woney range.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk this out. I just placed all my bets. I hope you guys are
Oh,
proud of me.
cleared the slip.
Also, didn't expect this. Despite my 1 in 5, I broke even yesterday. I broke even. So shouts to me.
On what?
Plus 3. Yeah, on what? Let's see. What were the winning bets? Well, now I really got to scroll after putting in all those winners. Kings puck line, that was in the big 3. Doncic over assist. What? That didn't happen yesterday.
Yeah, it did.
Oh. Yeah, no, I know, but it didn't hit yesterday. I thought he had like 2 assists when I looked.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how that happened. Did MacArthur some
Oh, did
an
you
old
win a future?
bet hit because it's nothing but losers in this disgusting bet slip of mine. Some old bet hit.
You know what sucks
Huh.
is that if you go into your one,
Yeah,
it doesn't do it in chronological of when you won it. It does it in chronological of when you
when you
placed it.
placed it, I know.
Which, like, come on, DraftKings, allow us to change the sorting there. Um,
God, who knows?
maybe that Avs minus 2.5 in the series.
Yeah, something like
Or
that.
sorry, minus 1.5. You'd think that would have hit earlier though.
Huh, that is odd. That is odd. Boy, that SGP protection goes a long way sometimes for you.
Sure
Love to
does.
see it. Okay, so let's just talk through this playoff slate.
Okay.
Bucks Celtics.
Bucks
Now,
money line.
money line. Okay, love that. Warriors money line. Should we go spread?
I'm legitimately considering buying up like Warriors minus 9.5.
Yeah, I kind of
So
think that's the play.
I'm fine with the spread.
Well, could I buy up Warriors minus 6.5 and put that in there?
You can, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think this is just an absolute
banger.
drubbing.
Penguins money line?
Yep.
Okay. Love that. Caps money line?
It's 2-2 series, right?
Yeah. Crucial game 5.
Love a
And
crucial game
the
5.
Caps were like inches away from going up 3-1.
For some reason, Bucks just got closed. Did it get closed on yours too?
Uh-oh. No. Tis
Okay.
open.
So it's just the spread. They must have changed the spread. Also, please refer to them by their rightful name, the Capitlas.
Capitlas. Yeah, big time.
Big
time. It is. That's the correct pronunciation. And then the toughie, Ryan. Stars, Flames.
Stay away. Stars and Flames. Just like, I don't like the what's the word I'm looking for here? Astrology there. You've got like stars and flames, and like just those two things have a weird energy around them. So it's that whole series has been a stay away from me. I haven't set a single bet on it. Haven't even watched a game.
It's been whack. I mean, it's kind of fun seeing Calgary do this. It's also been super low scoring, and sooner or later they kind of got to bust out. So maybe I'd go over of all of them, the old counterintuitive over, which would put it at 81-81.
Wow. Take out that game and tell me what it is.
38-43.
Whoa.
Depending on your perspective, twin Luga or young Woney, young adolescent Woney on this one.
So the glass half full, glass half empty type of situation.
Really is. It's just a matter of perspective. Yeah.
Man, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be a great night for the playoffs.
Great night for the playoffs. It has been thus far.
Unfortunately, I have plans. Hate those. I know.
What are you doing? Dare I ask?
I'm not gonna get into the plans. But
surprise on the other end?
No. It's not really the plans I take issue with. It's plans as a concept.
Yeah, plans are a toughie sometimes. They're a toughie.
I swear I haven't had any plans that weren't just like going to a game in months. Great feeling.
You've flown several places
Those suck. I hadn't thought of
that
those.
I'm aware of. Yeah. No, I myself have made to make plans because of your plans. So
Did we
I
lose
fear
Dre?
that is
Oh,
incorrect.
he's still there? What?
I'm
There
here.
Did I
You
lose
were
you or did
paused.
we lose you?
I don't know. Who's to say?
Marissa, can we get a
Austin, you
ruling
tell
on that?
us. Yeah, Marissa, ruling. Just Ryan loves he's enjoying seeing your expressions. Just give us, the old Roman thumbs up,
No,
thumbs
she
down.
unmuted herself. I think we can hear her. Can we hear her? Yes. All right.
Oh,
There.
wonderful.
Who froze?
It was you.
Oh my God. All right. Get out of here.
Winner.
Okay. So you're right. Traveling plans, the worst type of plans. They take up so much time. You have to think about. What I don't like about plans is you have to think about them. Which
Yeah.
means like you don't have room to think about other things in that exact spot in your brain at that time. You have to think about your plans. Whereas if you just do things spontaneously, then you free up all that space in your brain for all the other time.
Right. You're just vibing, really.
Yep, exactly. Wherever the vibes
well-
take you. I went to like 4 or 5 Broncos games last year. Didn't even decide I was going until an hour and a half before the game.
See, that's great. Nice. Well, best of luck to you on your plans. I will be
Thank you.
raising a young kitten, new addition to the family, all cats in my home, DNVR colors. That's the commitment I have shown to the brand.
What? So is this one named Joker? Because you have a cat named Gallo.
Joe,
So you're sticking with international legends?
I've gone Gallo. I've gone Dikembe. Dikembe tragically was lost at 6 months, which kind of how Dikembe Mutombo leaving for the Hawks was as a Nuggets fan. Joker has not been thrown out there. Miko is a front runner right now.
Whoa. I already
Miko's a
dipped
front
Miko as a dog name for myself.
I fear, Ryan, that your Miko will be second to my Miko.
I have legal claim with my dibs to that
I
name.
fear you will be hearing from my lawyers, or should I say Miko's legal counsel? He's a
fear-
very litigious cat.
I fear your Miko is going to have to meet my Miko in the goddamn octagon.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, the thing about our Miko is he's not allowed out the house. So.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just have to name mine Big Honey.
I love that. Big Honey's a good one. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough name to come up with because my daughter's 4 and she's throwing out absurd names. Muffin and Muffin Sock have been thrown out. I'm kind of in a whatever.
You're a
Muffin
bad.
Sock.
You are a bad dad if you don't name the cat Muffin.
I'm fine with whatever. It's Kate who's been a little anti some of the nonsense names, but
Bro, Allie says we can't name our dog Big Honey. Allie, how do you feel about Muffin Sock? That's legitimately the best name I've ever heard in my life.
It's pretty absurd. It's pretty absurd, yeah.
I will wear a shirt of your cat every day for a week if you guys name the cat Muffin Sock.
That might sway us. I'll let Kate know. I've got a perfect photo to make a shirt out.
I'm surprised she's on board with Miko. Or is she? Is that
she was thinking? No, she is. She is on board. It's me. He doesn't feel like a Miko. He doesn't. He's a small black cat. He doesn't feel like a Miko at all. Yeah, well, it could be your dibs too. Yeah,
it's a small black cat, you say?
Yeah.
All right, so you gotta have like some superstitious stuff in there.
Right. Right.
That leads me to like maybe a baseball road. Like maybe you name the cat, you can christen that one Goodbye.
Call him Babe Ruth. Yeah, I don't know. This usually I'm really on fire with names, and this one's just kind of been.
What about Bones, dude?
Bones isn't a bad one. Bones
That
is not
actually
a bad one.
slaps because like
Yeah.
Black Cats and like
Very
Halloween,
Halloween. Yeah,
Bones. That
I'm with you.
pass that on to the committee. See what they think.
I will. I'll let them be known that the youngster might like that one as well. But it will be hard to supersede Muffin Sock, as you can't imagine.
What about just Bones Muffin Sock?
Yeah,
Full name.
Bones Muffin Sock Simone. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
He kind of feels like a
people will go
Bones
crazy
Muffin
for that.
Sock. Yeah. No,
Well, we can continue this conversation over text later. I
We shall.
love coming up with
we
pet
shall.
names.
Yeah,
I'll never
Yeah.
be able to beat Muffin Sock, but I can give my best.
it's true. You ain't wrong.
All right, I think that's all we have going right now.
That's right. That's right. Best of luck
All
to
right.
you all. Place that parlay. Place your bets.
I'm gonna
It's
go
bounce
think.
back night.
I'm gonna go think about my plans for 3 hours before they happen.
I don't know if I'd advise that, but you do you.
All right, see you later.